Thank you so much again for inviting me to speak with you again this morning. Throughout your life, you're going to encounter different trials, different tribulations. You may even encounter different depression throughout your life. How do you deal with that? What do you turn to? Do you turn to a bottle? Do you turn to drugs or medication? Do you just turn to a friend? How do you cope with that in your life? There's nowhere in the Bible that says that as Christ followers, everything's going to be easy. We're not going to struggle with anything. There's no verses anywhere that says your life's going to be a piece of cake. And if there is, you need to point that out to me because I've missed out on that for 22 years. It's really amazing how God works. A couple of Sundays ago, Pastor did a sermon. The title of his sermon was Your Heart in Your Hands. And one of the verses that he highlighted was out of Nehemiah. It was out of Nehemiah chapter 4, and it was in verse 10. And the verses are going to be on the screen. Feel free to follow in the back of your bulletin with your notes also. This verse read, "Then the people of Judah began to complain. The workers are getting tired. There is so much rubble to be moved. We will never be able to build the wall by ourselves." You see, the workers in Nehemiah, they found themselves where they had really only just begun. They were working on building a wall. This wall was going to be 10 feet high. And then you can see a picture on the screen. They were putting these bricks up by their hands. And they had only got it about 10 feet high, yet they still had about 10 feet to go. And I couldn't imagine having to do that. But you see, I have trouble building a wall out of Legos only about 10 inches high. So I just struggle in that area. So I couldn't imagine how they would have had to felt building this wall. And they've seen how far they've gone, but yet they still had so far to go. And here they just wanted to give up when they had only just begun. There's really an amazing movie that I hope each of you have seen. The movie's called Facing the Giants. And I'm actually going to show a clip this morning from the movie. Mason's getting that clip ready for me. And just pay attention to this clip here in the movie. And I hope it can really help you out and you can learn some through it. And I'm going to use this as an illustration throughout my sermon. Go ahead, Mason. Theoretically, we're going to play a movie right now. Okay, see my mouth. Click right there, Mason. Okay. This is what happens when you normally run this on Sundays.
There we go. 3 yards. Somebody's the muscle. Somebody's the power. Give us a heart. Let's go. Very good, boy. Very good. Let's run it back.
So, Coach, how strong is Westview this year?
A lot stronger than we are.
You already written Friday night down as a loss, bro?
Well, not if I knew we could beat them.
Come here, Brock. You too, Jeremy.
What, am I in trouble now?
Not yet. I want to see you do the death crawling here, except I want to see your absolute best.
What, you want me to go to the 30?
I think you go to 50.
The 50? I can go to the 50 if nobody's on my back.
I think you can do it with Jeremy on your back. But even if you can, I want you to promise me you're going to do your best.
All right.
Your best.
Okay.
You going to give me your best?
I'm going to give you my best.
All right, one more thing. I want you to do it blindfolded.
Why?
Because I want you giving up at a certain point when you can go further. Sit down. Jeremy, get on his back. Good tight hold, Jeremy. All right. Let's go, Brock. Keep your knees off the ground. Just your hands and feet. There you go. Look to the left. Look to the left. Good effort. Now we rock. Keep coming. There you go. Good start. A little bit left. A little bit left. There you go, Brock. Good strength. That's it, Brock. That's it.
Not at the 20 yet.
Forget the 20. You give me your best. You keep going. That's it. No, don't stop, Brock. You got more in you than that.
I ain't done. Just resting a second.
You got to keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's go. Don't quit till you got nothing left. There you go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. You keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep driving. Your very best. Your very best. Your very best. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep going. Don't quit on me. Keep going. Keep driving. Keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. That's it. Your very best. Don't quit on me. Your very best. Keep driving. Keep driving. There you go. There you go. That's it. You keep driving. Keep your knees off the ground. Keep driving. Don't quit till you got nothing left. Keep moving, Brock. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep going. I want everything you got. Come on. Keep going. It hurts. Don't quit on me. Your very best. Keep driving. Keep driving. There you go. There you go.
It's heavy.
I know it's heavy.
I'm out of strength.
You negotiate with your body to find more strength, but don't you give up on me, Brock. You keep going. You hear me? You keep going. You're doing good. You keep going. Do not quit on me. You keep going.
It hurts.
I know it hurts. You keep going. You keep going. It's all hard from here. 30 more steps. You keep going, Brock. Come on. Keep going.
Burn.
And let it burn.
It's burning.
It's all hard. You keep going, Brock. Come on. Come on. Keep going. You promised me your best. Your best. Don't stop. Keep going.
Too hard.
It's not too hard. You keep going. Come on, Brock. Give me more. Give me more. Keep going. 20 more steps. 20 more. Keep going, Brock. Give me your best. Don't quit. No. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Brock Kelly, you don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. No, Brock Kelly, you don't quit on me. No, you keep going. You keep going. Go, Brock. 10 more steps. 10 more. 10 more. 10 more. Keep going. Don't quit. Give me your heart. You can. You can. 5 more. 5 more. Come on, Brock. Come on. Don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, Brock. 2 more. 1 more. Look up, Brock. You're in the end zone. Brock, you are the most influential player on this team. If you walk around defeated, so will they. Don't tell me you can't give me more than what I've been seeing. You just carried a 140-pound man across this whole field in your arms. Brock, I need you. God's gifted you with the ability of leadership. Don't waste it.
Coach?
Can I count on you?
Yes. Coach?
What is it, Jeremy?
I weigh 160.
Thank you, Mason. Curtis, for getting that ready for us this morning. All right. And like I said, this movie is Facing the Giants. It's a great family, a great Christian movie. If you've not seen it, I strongly encourage that you watch that with your family. Just like Brock, we find ourselves sometimes getting so overwhelmed with our daily lives that we give up before we've even gotten started. And we may just need to put a blindfold on. Put a blindfold on over our lives and hide ourselves from the world that we go through on a day-to-day life. Also, like the coach, God doesn't want us to give up. He wants us to keep going. 2 weekends ago, I went to a Georgia game. It was my first Georgia game I'd ever been to. I went and we saw Georgia play Coastal Carolina. We got to halftime, and it was 39-0. Georgia was up. And we got back from getting some concessions, and Kira looked over at me and she said, they need to have some sort of mercy ruling or something. I said, well, what do you mean? She said, they just need to be able to give up. Ended up, by the end of the game, it was 59-0, and I really wish Coastal Carolina could have given up. I remember at the end of the game, Kira just looked over and was like, I just feel sorry for him. I wish they could have scored at least once. But unfortunately in life, God doesn't give us any type of mercy ruling. We don't get to just give up. We don't get to wake up in the morning and say, not today. I don't think so. And because of all this, God has given us 4 spiritual tools that we can use to help us get through these days that we just wake up and don't even really want to get started. And because of these tools, I've entitled my sermon today, Using Tools Blindfolded. The first tool today is believe. Believe that God will strengthen us. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 13, it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God tells us that we can call on Him anytime. He's always there for us. He's like that best friend. Do any of you have that friend that you know you can call no matter what and you can talk to when you've had a bad day? Okay. But God's better. Let me tell you why. Have you ever had that really hard day and go to call your friend and they're out of town? Or just that day really hadn't started out well and it's 7 o'clock in the morning, I got to go to work. I know they're not going to be up yet. Or you've had a really horrible day and you come home and you go to call that friend and it's 6 o'clock at night and Stan's already in bed. Just sometimes that friend's not going to be there for us. But the great thing about God, 365 days out of the year, holidays included, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, He is always on call. He is always on call. And He will always answer your phone. He will always answer when you call on His name. Because He's there for us. He's our Heavenly Father. Paul backs up in Philippians in chapter 4, and we look at verse 6. He tells us, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for what He's done. So your second tool this morning is to pray. God tells us to pray to Him about everything. In this verse here, God's only asking us for 2 things. When you're having that bad day that you just want to quit before you've even gotten started, He's asking you to pray. He's asking you to talk to Him about it. He already knows what's going on. He already knows what you've been through. Because He's always there. He's always listening. So it's not like we can run or hide it from Him. He doesn't want us to be a modern-day Jonah. Jonah ran 1,000 miles to the east, to Tarshish. And 500 miles, he ran 1,000 miles east to Tarshish when God called him to only go 500 miles west